Gordon returns the favor, throws it right to Amen Thompson.
Yeah, they just made sure Amen Thompson couldn't score in there.
And see VanVleet, that championship pedigree, he knocked it away.
Draymond's raising his hand. You got to throw that up high. Throw it long. Can you
spot again? Because he plays with an energy level equivalent to Guy Santos, and he's really good.
They got some good minutes off the bench in that Thunder game. Another turnover.
And they forced Steph into a turnover. Kuminga skip pass. Buddy Hield open three. Butler the offensive rebound, but Jimmy lost the handle, bringing it down.
He's staring down the official there, too.
Dort, he'll race into the other side of the floor and then had it stripped away by VanVleet, and he goes behind his back and saves it to Jalen Green, and here come the Rockets again. He'll pull up. Oh.
Finds a trailing Gillespie that had it knocked from behind by VanVleet. Green rising up, slams it home. Now Thompson flirting with another triple-double. He's got 3 this season. His first came against Phoenix earlier this year. VanVleet trailing, connects.
Really good D. With the rebound, it sends the ball. Well, Flip prepares himself for that hit on the downhill move by Şengün and just does a nice job. Bryce turns it over here.
Love the way Ware can reach those long arms out for extended rebounds. He's already got 3 boards for the Heat. Hero against VanVleet, runs into Brooks. Picks up his dribble, Şengün from behind, almost dislodged. And VanVleet took it right away from here. Fred VanVleet, left-hand dribble to the top of the circle. And a knockdown jump. A 10-point lead for the Rockets.
Well, the game slows down, so there's not as much space to be able to cut and move. Another turnover here on the pass out from Wiggins.
Black attacks, and it taken away by Smith. Eason driving onto Silva, left-handed shot, no good. Wagner the rebound.
Pretty nice move. But a missed shot by Hood Schifino. They get the board, does Brissett, has it taken away from him. How about Fred? Almost. He does ultimately cause the turnover. Poor Dallas is not going to return. He's got a left-hand injury, so another injury for the Dallas Mavericks. Rockets really struggling to shoot the ball since their hot start. Now below, now actually right at 41%. And the Rockets come over the turnover, the outlet to Eason, and the pass too far out in front of them. I know up to 13 points, and Houston scored 7 straight. Again, they've matched their biggest lead at 7. Field, the Bull, tried to get a little fancy there, turned it over. Smith had it knocked away, picked up by VanVleet. Booker surrounded, turned over. VanVleet to the former Sun Jock Landale, ahead to Tari Eason. Jock just the pro's pro, part of that stay ready, good hands. Oh. Rockets come away with another loose ball. But again, he's coming off a terrific game. And then VanVleet, there's the hands, took it away from Monk. Ahead to Şengün. Again, you see 3 teams back ahead of the ball as he finds Thompson.
No rhythm offensively for Houston, and it just seems like the Kings have been wide open coming off every pick and roll action.
Knocked away by VanVleet, took it away from Monk. Deflected by VanVleet. Rockets get a gift. See if they can convert.
Versus Memphis earlier in the month. Looking for the sweep. Pippen into VanVleet. He took it away inside. Great steal by VanVleet. Got numbers. Jayshawn Tate, the trailing Eason will slam on the fly.
Houston does not have an offensive rebound in this game. This is the #1 offensive rebounding team in the league. Krejci knocked away. On the push. To the basket, Thompson.
Brown rises up, lost it. VanVleet with the quick hands. And the foul's on Jaylen Brown.
They're scoring or getting fouled, or Duran is flying in with a putback.
And the Rockets keep turning the ball over. Cunningham gives it back. Fred VanVleet threw it ahead to Dillon Brooks. Bad pass. Intercepted by VanVleet again. 3-on-2 for the Rockets. And then Thompson downhill to the cup. Missed it. Tari Eason couldn't get to the offensive rebound. Here's Asar. He booted it back. Now here is Tari Eason for the dunk. And he missed it.
really had to set a screen in his life because he's been on the ball. He's an unbelievable screener. It's almost like when those quarterbacks go turn receiver, ends up getting bodies off bodies, and Whitmore gets the rebound.
Good job by VanVleet. Saw that play coming a mile away.
And this may be a game where, you know, Fred gets a little more gust offensively. He may be needed. Jalen isn't as hot as he's been.
Whitmore's pass.
Look at Fred.
Turned it over. Fred picks it to Holiday over Beasley. In and out.
Forced him to use up more real estate than he wanted to. Good play. Sharp the other way. Sees two. VanVleet reaches in, picks his pocket.
Yeah, those are the plays VanVleet makes no matter how he is shooting the ball.
Kind of goes to sleep.
Whitmore coming off the bench. 8 points. Now VanVleet, it's called chilly. And the jumper is good by Dylan Brooks. Thompson. Murray in the lane, try to give it to DJ. It's off his head. Murray into traffic, stolen by VanVleet. He just lost it, put it into VanVleet.
He finally recovers, and it's a fadeaway overall, 7'3".
Stolen away by VanVleet. Again, back-to-back 4-steal game for him. Ahead to Jalen Green, and Morant just backs out of the way.
Houston team from downtown. They're below 33%, second lowest in the NBA. Jaren attacks and throws it right to VanVleet. VanVleet going all the way, scooping, scoring, and drawing the foul. Pippen and Morant on the floor at the same time. VanVleet crowds Wells, knocked it away from behind. I don't know about Jaren. If the Grizzlies can get a shot for Desmond Bane, I can't remember the last time as Jaren is dispossessed of the basketball. I can't remember the last time.
He said it's just so hard to stop. It's pretty awesome to watch. See if Jaren can get going here in the second half when he gets back in.
VanVleet, fourth steal of the game.
Bub Carrington, if he could get to about 10 points, because he's around 9.2 on average, you'll have 9 players, which is crazy.
87-year-old Jeff Green misses that layup.
What else are you? That's his twin.
31-28. Bilal. The ball taken away by VanVleet. Ahead to Thompson.
Uh-oh. Oh, my God. Whoa.
Third for the Rockets. Shoot just 25%. Kyle losing the handle. I'll tell you, offensive rebounds for the Rockets.
This is where they just beat you up on the glass. #1 team in the NBA.
Oh, VanVleet took the cookies. Gets the layup.
Watch out for Reeves and LeBron. They have hit these looks.
They come to LeBron now. Stolen by VanVleet. And LeBron fouled him. He stepped inside of LeBron and stole the inbounds. VanVleet stripped it away from Thompson. 3-on-2. They get 4-on-2 the other way. VanVleet takes it himself. Dumps it off to Jabari, who dunks it down. And Cam Whitmore has 10 points in 7 minutes, and he's made all of his shots. And they turn Thompson over. I have no idea how long I would last on that mechanical ball.
I did witness you play pickleball against Ime and Rafael.
And I was terrible.
I was impressed, but you were not good, but I was impressed with your effort.
I was terrible. Blocked by Lively as he got Jalen Green. Dante Exum hit that wild shot against the Rockets last year in Dallas, is recovering from wrist surgery. Rockets don't have Tari Eason and Ben Thompson. Dinwiddie misses that one. Ahead to Cam Whitmore. Took his eyes off the ball as he was trying to play it ahead to Holiday. And then the Mavericks just gift the Rockets the ball again.
Yeah, that's what you do. Go right at the smaller defender. You don't need to make any moves.
Deflected by VanVleet. Picked up by Whitmore. Stood up by VanVleet, gets it back to Adebayo, goes back to him, and it's read beautifully and stolen by VanVleet. Avoids Hero with behind the back dribble. Now to Jalen Green into the lane. He goes with the right hand. Adebayo got a piece of it, but Şengün flies in there to end that run by Miami.
Rockets really speeding the tempo.
Wow. Over again. 11 turnovers now for the Heat. Brooks will pull up triple. Good! Never moved. Brooks still on fire.
I really call that an altercation, but a little spark up. Dylan Brooks playing this villain role in the second half. It's paid off.
And VanVleet ends up tying up Hero.
And are playing at a high level already with very young talent. Javonte Green into the game, throws it away. And leave it off.
Shed up top. And another turnover. Raptors here in the second quarter.
Isn't as difficult as it is out west, that's for sure.
Fred with the steal.
VanVleet over the last 5 seasons averaging, and Şengün with a slam dunk.
Short roll action, so
Look
good.
at the hustle by VanVleet. Gets it ahead to Smith, now to Şengün. Takes it himself, gets there. Oh, rolled out.
And took his time. I love the call from Ime Udoka. He knows Jalen's the hot hand.
Broke it
there
out.
You go.
Back to Green. Oh, the dunkster not. Oh, he missed it. As it ricocheted out of bounds.
Was just completely dominated by the defense. Jalen Williams trying to find some room, lost the handle. VanVleet.
They made him a score. They kept 2 with the ball. His first shot of the game. Wiggins trying to get downhill on a mountain of a man there and had it knocked away.
Kelly with 9 points in the first. Maxey the bullet pass to Drummond. It was a great look, and Andre usually has such great hands.
He was out here before the game knocking those shots down. No kick, will take it.
And another steal, and then VanVleet takes it back. Thompson on the baseline.
Simons to Avdia. Back across, intercepted by VanVleet. Dylan Brooks down the lane. He had it knocked away again. I thought the ball should have gone down to Jabari. He had his man pinned pretty low underneath the rim, and Şengün did not make that pass. Now here's the run out. Green will take it himself, and it's blocked.
No.
Okay. Talking to Jalen at halftime, by the way, guys.
All right, looking forward to that. There's another turnover. So Jalen's already gotten up 5 shots. Remember, he's dealing with a little bit of an illness, and he's 1 for 5 to start.
Yeah, the Rockets have gotten good looks. They just haven't finished any of them.
And that time, Fred VanVleet stepping into the passing lane for the steal. That group was definitely family.
Oh, yeah.
Another board for Jabari. Got fouled on the way back up as the Pacers come from 8 down.
Good job there from Halliburton. Stay disciplined. Staying disciplined. Didn't go for Jalen's fakes.
Knocked away by VanVleet. Picked up by Green. Weaving, dunking.
One of the best scorers in the NBA.
First 3 for Green.
That's nice.
Turn Siakam over.
And you know Fred played with Siakam in Toronto.
Brook almost contests about 15 to 16 shots per game. First in the NBA as Giannis loses it. And on the push, so good in the fast break point category as VanVleet fills it up.
In between the legs, working on Levine, and shot takes the ball away.
That time he ran right into the chest.
Williams, the spin, but knocked away by VanVleet, and the Rockets come up with it. Here's Jalen Green. Dalen Terry stops the dribble. At the free throw line, it's Fuchs, under 10 to shoot. Ball knocked away, and Brooks saves it to Şengün.
Knocked it away. VanVleet.
On 1 possession. And that got taken away from Kevin Porter Jr., who's in. Again, this is a good defensive team. The Rockets are facing the Clippers. Harden fumbled it. Got it back, deflected. Stolen by VanVleet. And then he ended up in that loss for the Clippers up in OKC a couple of nights ago. They committed 24 turnovers, and there's 1 by Houston. And a great start for the Clippers. They're up by 8 early. And VanVleet picks the pocket of Powell. His third 3, he already has 12. And Fred VanVleet is still looking for a make, now 0 of 5. And Jones tracks it down, and then VanVleet takes it right back.
Got the free throws. Swipe by VanVleet. Across the court to Jabari Smith. That was a great play.
Distance won't allow him.
Distance on the run. The bounce to Isaiah Stewart. Battered away by VanVleet. Shoots the pass into the corner. Jaden Ivey has to change his shot because he's crowded. Saved by Tobias, but saved for the Rockets, and the Pistons will have to foul.
Is really good defensively coming in. Mike, defensive rating, they're a top 5 team. You expect Ime Udoka to make some adjustments. Here we go, Jabari Smith Jr. and
see the Spurs trying to attack Şengün since he's playing off ball.
And another turnover. That pass was at the ankles of Wembanyama. Here's VanVleet, slips by CP3, gets to the rim, lays it up and in. Tough pass there by Barnes to Collins.
So Brooks is now on Brunson. Josh Hart gets in the paint, spins and stolen by VanVleet. Bridges has the height advantage on VanVleet. Double team VanVleet with his 2nd steal. Throws it ahead.
They may already be so. Down 6, running out of time.
You get a stop. That's the stop.
Goodness, and they gift the Rockets a turnover.
Early.
Extra possession.
Barnes driving, lost it. That's why he checked his feet. Paul went into Sohan, and that's knocked away. Here's Jalen Green all by himself. Wemby, Keldon, Johnson. Sohan, 7th rebound. Penny fighting for it, keeps it alive, but then it's ripped away by Eason.
He brought it down and it was gone.
Wemby. Ball knocked away. Green. Whitmore lost it out of bounds.
Oh boy. After shooting just over 34% from downtown as a rookie, where he appeared in every single game. Deflected, stolen.
Nick Richards can't be aggressive. He's got those 2 fouls, so keep attacking.
Turnover, Shepard, the VanVleet on ball, other side, gets it to go. Yeah, doing great work there in the NICU. Shot clock winding down, the Rockets just all over the place defensively, and that one from VanVleet tried to hit